It's your girl BK Kawai on the BK Kawai show. Hi guys, how y'all doing? Hope you're good. By the time you're listening to this, I would officially be a graduate. I would officially. Okay, this is quite loud. I know. I know, but I'm excited. I would officially be a graduate. Yeah, and today's my graduation, so maybe there'll be pictures, maybe there will not be pictures. I don't know. You have to listen to this to know that, to see that, to know that this is happening. Yeah. But yeah. Yes, I will be graduating by when you're listening to this, and you wish me congratulations. Comment on the post. Congratulations. How was last week's episode for you guys? Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you had fun. Did you enjoy the conversation? Because I did. There was a lot of nuggets out there regarding navigating adult friendship. Believe me, I don't even think we scratched the surface. To be fair, I don't think we really scratched the surface of navigating adult friendship, because there's a lot of play, there's a lot of dynamics, there's just a lot of things to consider regarding adult friendship. Um, there's also the aspect of gender. It could be a guy, it could be a girl. It's just there's just a lot of like layers upon layers regarding that. But yeah, the episode last week, I think definitely we're definitely going to talk about like part two, or like another aspect of the navigating adult friendship. Um, but yeah, that's to be fair, I'm quite excited that tomorrow is my graduation. I actually did not have a proper graduation during BSc. They gave us the certificate, obviously, but we didn't do convocation and all of that. So today, like, my master's will actually be like my first official convocation, and I'm pretty excited. I'm actually pretty excited. I wish a family member was here with me, but I know they're with me one way or the other. So I'm grateful to God. That's the most important thing. I'm grateful to God. For this week part, before I even get into what we're gonna discuss, I have some like few things that I would like to talk about. Nugget. So so in the spirit of we graduating, I wanted to take you back to when I just came into the UK. And when I just came into the UK, for the place I was staying, there was a lot of white people. Like, was mostly, I was seeing a lot of white people. So I came into and it was a bit more outskirts of London. So when I came into like proper central London, I was seeing a lot of black person, and I was so excited. Like every black person that passed me, I would smile so hard. But they won't smile at me, they'll just ignore me, like, because they don't know me, do you guys? But me, I would smile, I'll be shining my teeth. I'll be smiling so much. But then people will be like, what's wrong with this babe? But no, me, I'll just be shining my teeth, just be smiling so much. I think at some point I went to meet, when I was like, people were not even answering me, they were not smiling back or anything. There was one lady, so I was now going back home, then I saw one lady. She was talking, the way she was talking, sounding like she was Nigerian. I went to meet her, like, hi, hello, how you doing? I was so excited that I met a Nigerian. Afana, hey, like, do you get, like, let's talk, let's make up, let's exchange numbers. Do you get? The babe was just looking at me like she responded, to be fair, she responded, but she was just looking at me like, what's wrong with this one? Me. just going to my house. Why are you stressing me? But yeah, it was pretty interesting. But now I don't do that. And I just move on. Even if I sound a black person, the least I can do is smile, like the way I'll smile to like anybody if I want to smile. But if I don't feel like smiling, I just walk past you. I don't care. Yeah, because it is what it is. People don't really send you like that. They don't really send your papa like that in this place. So yeah, that was pretty like I just remembered it. I was like, oh, do you know what? Yeah, that happened. That happened. That really did happen. I was watching a movie, Silo. It's an Apple TV original, and I remember watching it, and the movie itself is, let's just say it's like you're in a box, and if you go outside the box, you will die. Yeah, let's just say like the simplest way to describe that movie. I feel like that's how I would describe it. So I asked myself, so let's say every one of us is living in a box. I asked myself, will I be one of those persons or people that would want to step outside the box, knowing fully well that there's a big possibility that I might die, to just know what is outside that box? Basically, am I someone that would try to, and this is a question that I'm just putting out there, to be fair, because I don't even think I have an answer to the question. Would I be somebody that would step outside of my comfort zone? Would I be someone that would do things not necessarily because people are doing it, but because I enjoy doing it or because I want to do it? Is it something that even if it's not convenient, I would still try to do it? Not necessarily to prove a point, as I care about people, but more like to just push myself beyond my limits, my comfort, my supposed this is okay for you. You know, when somebody draws a line and say this is okay for you, can I push past that line? Am I someone like that? Are you someone like that? Do you think you are a kind of person that is you're not necessarily you're not held down by conform or by society? Are you someone that would jump into the river just because, take a risk just because? I just wonder, this, as I said, there's not like an answer to it. It's just something I've always wondered, if I'm a kind of person that has jumped into the unknown. In a way, I feel like I have been. There are countless of times where, not times, but almost like 2 times, basically, or 3 times, where I may have done something and I would, I don't know the beginning or why I'm doing this, but I'm just doing it, and I've just wondered, is this something that I would take risk on? I don't know. So the conversation for today. Do you believe in therapy? Is it something that you would subscribe to? Is it something that you're gonna go to do just because of, not necessarily because you have like a um a traumatic past or childhood? I personally think people can go to therapy because you want to improve on yourself. There are some things, patterns that has happened during your childhood, and maybe it's even affecting you. As I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a trauma. It could just be things that you did and you just felt like it's normal, and how this particular thing is now affecting you. I remember watching a show. I don't want to name names, obviously, but I remember the person saying how the way he was brought up, he basically started living that same way. And not necessarily like it's a bad thing. It just felt like it could have improved more on the ideologies that was given to him when he was a child. It could have been better. It could have formed a more better ideology, but he just kept going back to what he knew. And the fact that he started therapy, he was able to break out of that ideologies, those things that kind of held him, grounded him as a child, even into an adult. He was able to look beyond that. And I think personally, my opinion, I think therapy, it is so important. It is definitely important. There are things that your parents might have done unintentionally, intentionally, your siblings, your friends might have done as a child that would have affected you, and you've hold on to that stuff so much, so closely to your heart. I think one thing people forget, or people don't realize, is that one thing I know that people don't realize is that your attitude or the things that you've learned as a child is something that can easily replay as an adult, and you would not necessarily know. People forget that we have blind spots. We have things that we don't. Me, I am an evidence that there's a particular thing that I know that my mommy does that I don't like doing. Like, I don't like it when she does it. Like, I don't like it. There is nothing you want to tell me, like, I don't like it. But guess what? There was a time that I did that same thing. That exact same thing that I didn't like that my mommy does, I did it to somebody else. And in fact, as I did it, I knew that, oh my God, I'm exhibiting my mom's character. Like, immediately I knew. I was like, oh my God. Like, so I now have to take like a conscious, intentional decision not to do that. And this is just one attitude out of like thousands or multitude of different characters basically that has been put on me intentionally or unintentionally, not just by my parents, but people that are around me, people that I've grown up with. Do you get? I remember there was a friend of mine that during we were kids, when is like what most of the time I wanted us to go and buy something. I wanted us to go and buy something. You know how you want to drag your friend out to, your mom sends you something, I'll quickly go and meet her. Oh, let's go to this place. She will say no. She will not answer me. But when it's her own turn, she'll come and meet me. I'll say yes. Because me, I even liked going out that time very well. But when I'll be beg, she'll say no. Do you know that because of that incident, multitude of times, not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, I got so used to going out by myself. Right now as an adult, I can go out by myself, have fun by myself, go to a restaurant by myself, go to anywhere by myself. I really do not have to wait for somebody else to make me enjoy. Right now, it's just that, like, I don't want to give you guys all the tea yet. Do you understand? But if it's time for vacation and none of my friends are ready, I would go by myself. I don't care. I seriously, I don't. I'm not told that I would have to wait for you. Do you get? I would go by myself. I don't have to wait for anybody. And this is something that somebody had repeatedly done to me when I was a child. And I've gotten so used to it that I'm like, do you know what? I've gotten so used to her disappointing me that I'm like, I want to go out by myself so that people don't disappoint me when I ask, oh, do you want to do this? Do you understand? Like, do you know how crazy that shit is? As a child, I'd gone through such thing, and now as an adult, I'm demonstrating it in a way. And people say you don't need therapy. I remember a friend of mine would say, oh, you don't need therapy. Therapy is for somebody that why are you telling somebody your problem? Why can't you solve your problem See, I understand that therapy is expensive. I'm not disputing it. I don't think I can afford it right now. Right now, as I said, I don't think I can. But because I don't think, I would say definitely, I don't think I have like a severe case. Do you get that? I'm like, oh my God, I really need therapy now. No, I don't have a severe case. But I am opened, definitely open that when I have a bit of money, I would definitely, it's something I would definitely invest in rather. It's something I would definitely invest in because I think therapy as an adult is just something that you need to one need to explore. I believe so. I, I truly believe so, to be fair. I truly believe so. Before you even get into I don't want to say before you get into a relationship but I feel like before you get into marriage, you should be able to own know your weakness. You should know your shortcomings. You should know things that your character, things that you don't necessarily think about, but you just end up displaying. I usually have this conversation with a friend that he will say that why do you need to tell somebody your problem or when you are not mad or when you're not mentally ill. And I think that's the misconception. I don't think therapy is for somebody that is depressed. I don't think it's all about somebody that is depressed, and I don't think it's somebody that therapy is for somebody that is going through like, oh my God, this person maybe they were sexually harassed or like going through one deep trauma or not. I don't think that's what therapy can just be. I think there are sometimes that you there are a lot of thoughts or things that you do that 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 you don't necessarily understand why this is happening, but you keep doing it, and that would help you. Mm, there's something I want to say, but it's really deep, and I don't think I'm in a position to say it. But I just feel like um yes, there's the trauma aspect of where you need to seek therapy because something has happened to you, and you might be exhibiting that in another dimension, not in the like, not yeah, like you're crazy, but more like you are doing something and not necessarily hurting anybody. You might even be hurting yourself, but you don't see it as you're hurting yourself. You just see it as it's a normal thing, yeah, and it's not. It's something that I think therapy should be able to do to make you better, make one better. So I think as I said, I'm of the opinion I'm very open to therapy. I'm even open to therapy in marriage before the marriage. I'm open to therapy before the marriage. I truly believe that a couple, apart from like church counseling, I truly believe that a couple should have a conversation with maybe not a therapist, maybe like I don't know what name they call them, but just someone that they speak to know that this, so that you're not thinking that this boy is going to carry or this girl is going to carry every single thing in your life. Do you understand? Or you don't, you know how I remember somebody said that, and the same thing has always happened to me. People have their notion of what their marriage will look like. So both partners or both parties have their notion of what their marriage will look like. So for example, a woman will say, oh, for example, like basic example, a woman would say, oh, she she thinks that, oh, when she get married, her husband will just be waking up. Wait, okay, let me say something a bit realistic. She might say, oh, the husband might be like, oh, when the wife wakes up, there's food on the table, and Saturday is going to rest and watch football, and he's just going to like live his life, go to work, come back. Do you understand? That might be, I feel like that might be a realistic version of a man view of marriage. And when he comes back, there will be food at home and all of those things. A woman would be, oh, every single Saturday, we are going to be going out for date nights, or this night, or that night. He will buy me flower, he will buy me roses, he will buy me gifts, and all of those things. That's our own version of what marriage can be. And there will be sex 24/7 from the guy aspect. Girls like, oh, maybe once in twice in a week, 3 times in a week. So obviously, I'm talking about, this is even like, to be fair, in marriage, especially, there's this like surface level. But what I'm just trying to say is that both parties have different view. Not necessarily different view, but the way they see how they think their marriage would be. And they end up going into the marriage and they don't see that person performing the way they thought the marriage should be. And then they start having conflict. Obviously, it takes two mature people to actually have a conversation, realize what's happening, and have a conversation, and move forward your life. You know what? And point of, I am not married. I am not married. I am not married. I am not married. I'm just saying that. I feel like, and that's why I'm saying that. That's why I feel like therapy is good, or counseling, or whatever is good for. I would definitely recommend it for people that want soon to get married. I think you should go for that, so that you guys are able to talk things out to your therapist. And you're all on the same page. I know what you're going to do in the marriage, so you don't come out, or you don't go in disappointed and expect great things, and great things are not happening. I just want to say thank you to everyone that keeps supporting me. Did you know the reason why I've always been wanting to start a pod, but the only reason why I didn't start a pod early, or I didn't start a pod earlier, apart from the fact that I was actually busy in school and all of that, I'm always scared of the internet, because the internet is a very scary place. Social media, Twitter, obviously Twitter is inside on that social media, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm listing the types of social media, like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, now they are on TikTok, they are bullying one babe because she's selling clothes for a particular amount of price that they think, oh, why is she selling the clothes? What gave her the audacity to sell that clothes for that amount of price? But what's your business? If you don't have the money, you don't have to pay for the clothes. You don't have to buy the clothes. So why are you dragging her? If you don't have the audacity to buy a cloth and sell it for that amount of price, she has the audacity. Just because somebody is doing it does not mean you have to belittle the person. And to be fair, that's the only reason why I had stalled so much in not wanting to start a pod. And also, I really wanted somebody else, so that, like, to me and someone conversation, but God said no, it's just you, boo boo. It's just you. So I would generally say that we have come to the end of this of this episode. It is an episode, and I really do want to bring in another guest very, very soon. Very, 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 very soon. So we're just going to see how it goes. So for today throwback, obviously two throwback. I have J. Martin. Okay, so basically, for today's throwback, the song is "Cool Temper" by J. Martins. I'm gonna play it more. Or rather, I'm not going to play it. So there's a part of the song that I really like. Love your neighbor as you love your baby. Vanity is vanity, everything is. Let me play it. Doing my things. Ah, eh, I want my wing to the happen. Why you they worry? Ain't life not just soldiers straight to take down softly. It will lose some of money. Like that the world that hey, if you bleeding, you go defeat. Stand up to your feet and stand up to your big things. If you believe only jump free to the rise, you feel be the mass. Believe in me, I say. So that is Cool Temper by Jay Martin. And definitely the next, 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 the next is Yao. Yao. Zay is Yahweh Zay by only maintain. I want conjure, I want conjure, I want conjure, I want co I want co I want go, I want go, I want shisha, I want go, I want sherry, I want go, I want die, I want go, I want fobo, I want go, I want go, what shy? I mean, what am I trying to say? Whatever. But basically, you guys get it. So that's Yahoo by Maintain. I really did have fun during growing up as a kid, to be fair. I think the only like in that aspect of song, because my brother was giving some really good jam. So shout out to Bankole for for he grounded me in that music. Oh no, in the music game. I I am padded up all round. But yeah, I think we've definitely come to the end of today's episode, and you know that I'm not going to leave without saying that you should comment, share, like, post, repost, share to your loved ones, post on your stories, post on your WhatsApp. Guys, I really need listeners. I need people to listen to me. I need people to engage with me. So please share, like, comment, post, and see you next week. And as I said, on Spotify, WhatsApp, wherever you're listening to, type congratulations. But yeah.